Right, so you're here because you've got a smell in your car. It may be annoying to you, or it may be annoying to maybe your partner or somebody else who's getting in the car on a regular basis. Okay, so there are three different kinds of smell we deal with. One is, say for example, something spilt in the car. As number two is something where maybe somebody smoked in the car, and number three might be something that's more serious, maybe something that where the car's been involved in a fire or near a fire. Okay, so number one, somebody's spilt something. Usually this could be spilt milk or something that maybe you bought the car and you didn't know that something's been spilt in it. And they're not always easy to find, or sometimes they are, but they're not always the easiest ones to deal with, because you need to extract that smell to get it out. And that's one of the reasons why some of these spray products don't work, or these aerosol cans, because it might get rid of the smell temporarily, but the smell may come back. So we deal with those. We can extract the problem. Sometimes it might involve removing a seat, depending on where the smell is and where the spillage is. Right, now smoke, again, a car can be smoked in once or twice, maybe even a delivery driver smoked in it, then one of these spray products will work. If you're going to have a little go at yourself, sometimes it does. But if somebody's been smoking in a car for 20,000 miles or 30,000 miles, usually the story goes that they don't want to use the ashtray, they're not going to smoke in it. Of course, when they get the car, and then one wet, rainy Monday morning, they're sitting in the traffic, and then they've started to smoke. And what they usually do is start flicking it out the window, and then it's coming back in, and you've got the smell from the ash, you've got the smell from the tobacco, you've got the smell from the smoke itself going onto the glass and other surfaces. So yeah, we deal with them. We have special machines. We can spray the entire interior and then clean all the surfaces. And depending on the level of the problem, depends on the level of the solution. So we can assess your car, but you pretty much know that if your car appears, and looking at the history on when you bought it, if your car appears that it's been in a situation where you can see it's obviously been smoked in for a while, then it may be that you need to go further up the ladder. Equally, if you're going to come a long way away and you're not local, then you may want to go further up the ladder of the services we provide. But we can help you with that. Right, the third one, of course, is ones that we usually deal with through insurance companies. But for example, your car may have been parked in the garage whilst the house was on fire, and we've done a few of those over the years. Or there might have been a small fire in the boot, and something's been put out, and then it's left soot and smoke, and it stinks. So they're cars that we deal with, but I'd usually recommend that you call your insurance company and then assess the way they want to handle it. Sometimes you can tell them a bit about us. Most of the time, a lot of the time, they know us already, so we can deal with those kind of problems. Right, okay, so how we assess the car is we can help you a little bit over the phone. But when you get here, we can look at what the solution might be on the services we provide, and then we can advise you on that. If that service particularly doesn't work, let's use an example. Let's say we had one a little while ago with fish smell in it. Somebody had spilt some fish in it, previous owner had in the business, and there was a smell coming from behind the seat. Once we clean and deodorise it, it became more apparent that there was another 2 spillages in the car. So we can assess it, we can have a look at what we think the best solution is, and if you pick that solution and it doesn't work because we found more problems, then we can move it up the ladder a little bit. As you can see, we do vary in different levels, and we can help you with that. Okay, so another one is damp. Now it might be that you've got the smell of off water or something like that. Could be that you've got an air conditioning leak where water's leaking underneath the carpet, or it could actually be your car's got a leak. So it might be that you need to we do find water leaks and fix water leaks, and it might be that you need to either give us a call and we'll see if we can help you with it. Sometimes you get mould as a result of water leaks because it's providing the environment for mould to grow. But we do have a water leak finding service on another page, so if you have a little read up on that, you may want to watch the video on that. But yeah, the damp water smell can be dealt with, but you also have to deal with a water problem if there is a problem. Or it may have just been that something's been spilt. Those of you who've got convertible cars will be familiar with that, leaving the roof you know, down and then getting caught out with the pouring with rain scenario. Another thing is on the accident clean part, you may want to have a little read about that. So if you've got an odour from a spillage, you may want to watch the video on the accident clean to get a better idea of how we deal with cars that have got an individual spillage. For example, milk spill on the seat and it's come out the bag and things like that. Oh my God. We've had a lady left some fish guts in her car for a week, 2 weeks holiday. Bought a brand new car, went on holiday, parked it at the airport. I'm going to give you an idea of how bad that car was. They could smell it on the bus as they were heading towards the bus, as they were heading towards the car park in the bus to go to get their car. They got out of the bus, walking towards their car, and the smell was getting stronger and stronger. So that will give you an idea of one of the unusual ones. We've done a few more. Another one with a chicken, yeah, just the same sort of thing, yeah, just in the boot. And that was ridiculously bad. That, again, it was in the corner of the boot, and it was full of maggots as well. There was maggots everywhere, so, you know, the maggots were doing their job. We had one where somebody had upset, you know, some family thing, and somebody had taken the headrests out and put prawns in the holes and put loads and loads of them. They must have spent an hour poking them down there. Man, we've got a big bag of prawns and peeled ones and poked them all down, and we cleaned and deodorised it, and needless to say, the smell came back. And it wasn't until we got really involved in it we realised what had happened. We did get the problem sorted out. The seat had to be stripped. There was new foam bits put in it, and yes, headrest went back on and job done. We've had another one where somebody did something similar, again prawns, convertible car, they put the roof back, and in the recess, these were real prawns without not being washed or anything. They were prawns with the skin on and poked down loads of them. So those of you who are thinking of doing anything bad and you think, don't do it. Amazing.